Here's how it looks as far as the defensive alignment is concerned, as Booney was saying. So Bellinger likely in center. Aaron Judge now moves over to right. And you got Jasson Dominguez, the Martian, in left. The infield looks like Cabrera and Volpe on the left side. Jazz Chisholm, and now Paul Goldschmidt at first base. Stanton's your DH, and Austin Wells is the catcher. He was excellent a season ago. So Jasson Dominguez, it's interesting, his journey so far. We feel like we've seen a lot of baseball. He's still just a young man, only 22 years of age, but it's like he can hit. There's no question. The hit tool's there. Defensively, though, he struggled last season. What do you make of Dominguez potentially in left field?
Yeah, he struggled a little bit in left field last year. I think when you're naturally a center fielder, the transition of trying to go to left field, especially in Yankee Stadium, I believe Yankee Stadium is one of the toughest left fields out there. You're dealing with some balls in left. This is a throw from center field, but you're dealing with a short wall. The wall is very close to the foul line in left field in Yankee Stadium. The wind is always blowing. The fans are on top of you over the left field fence, and you're trying to make all these adjustments also while trying to become comfortable as a major league ball player. There's a lot of pressure that comes with that, and after you clank one, drop one ball, all you can think about is that next ball, almost over-focusing on the play that you're trying to make. But let me be clear, like, playing center field, if you have the athleticism to play center field, it's an easier position. I really believe that because every ball stays exactly true where it's hit. You can take your eye off the ball. You can run to a spot. You turn back around. The ball is exactly where you think it should be. When you're playing a corner, it's so many different challenges that come into play. If you're playing left field, the ball goes over my head. In the very beginning, when I initially moved from center field to left field, I would turn back around and the ball isn't where I think it should be because the ball is cutting, it's fading towards the wall. The balls that are close to the wall, they almost go into foul territory and come back. Like you saw in the first clip, Jasson Dominguez, you almost overrun the ball trying to do too much. So there's so many nuances that come with being a left fielder, and it's just going to have to come with reps. He made his mistakes his first year, but I love the assuredness that Boone has. If you're not, don't be wishy-washy on it. This is the plan. You'll be in left field every day that you're in the game, and you know what you need to work on in spring training. You don't get confused trying to bounce back and forth, which is what they did with him in the minor leagues. Now you know you're left field every single day, and you can use that time to work and get better and then allow your bat to do the rest of the talking.
Dominguez was a guy, 31 games he played in center field in 2024, 11 in left field. So, again, the previous season, 62 in center, 47 in left. He's had his reps in center field. So you're kind of learning on the job now, which is what makes it such a challenge. Yeah,
you're learning on the job, and luckily for the Yankees, you actually have 3 guys that can play center field. Aaron Judge proved that he plays a very capable center field. Cody Bellinger proving that he can move around everywhere, and he can be the leader out there. It takes a lot of pressure to be the young player and tell Aaron Judge, hey, I got this one, you take that one. Like, you have to earn that respect amongst your teammates. I'm sure Judge is going to give it to him, but it's just an extra thing that you have to think about while you're out there trying to be in center field. You
mentioned left field so tough at Yankee Stadium. Could there be a chance Aaron Judge goes to left field because right field's easier?
No, I think Judge has proven that he's a well above average right fielder. Yeah. And you have the short porch. I think it's easier on his legs. Right. Like I said earlier, Yankee Stadium, I think left field is probably the toughest position. The gaps are really deep right there in left center. The wind's always blowing. Nothing stays true. It's a tough spot.
Now, you did it yourself, as you said, from the center fielder to the outfield spot. You mentioned the fact you had that great athleticism you can rely on. What was the biggest challenge you had to overcome?
The biggest challenge was understanding the spin on the ball. Because some balls, you assume everything is going towards the line, which it does, but that also means foul balls are also coming back to the line. So that was one of the biggest things I had to get used to, understanding the top spins, really being able to read off the bat which way is the ball spinning to where I know if that ball is hit right at me, am I breaking in, am I breaking back? Because if you hesitate just a split second, you get burned, and it looks really bad. And if you do that in Yankee Stadium, the people are on your head right away. So those are the things, the little nuances of the game. You start to learn them, but the only way to learn them, like I said, is through reps.
Former teammate of yours, Mike Trout. The thought now becomes, hey, center fielder, great athleticism. Trouty's not the same guy he once was, 3-time MVP, but slowed down naturally by injuries, which seemed to make sense. Less wear until you move him to a corner spot. How do you think Trout could adjust?
I think he would adjust great. I think you deal with the same struggles, but that's the case. That's why I started this all off by saying if you still have the health and athleticism, center field is easier. But when you're trying to stay on the field, playing center field is way more demanding on your body than playing a corner spot. It's just facts. From running out, having to cover both sides of the field, having to cover both gaps. The ball's hitting the gap, you're the one beating the corner outfield to the spot. So in left field, you have some yards like Boston and Houston to where it pretty much feels like a day off in the outfield. So I think that would be great for his legs if he decides to go that route.
Last up for you, toughest center field you had to play. What was the stadium that you go, oh my God, this is a challenge?
You know what?
A lot of room to roam.
Yeah, it's not really. A lot of room is good. Colorado had a lot of room, and you have so much room to roll. It's the places like Boston or the places like San Francisco where you have all the rear cutouts to where you know if the ball hits here, it's going to shoot this way. If the ball hits there, shoots the other way. Houston is like that as well. If it hits off the Crawford boxes, it comes one way, and right there 5 inches to the right, it'll shoot the center field, so it makes it tough.